Hello my fellow Calfish-ians, how are you guys doing today? Today we are doing a 5-minute review, more or less, of a game called Satellite Rain. Satellite Rain, released, developer and publisher by 5 Live Studio in the 28th of August 2015. This game reminded me a lot of Shadowrunner. Shadowrunner is a turn-based game where you have your heroes thrown into a mission. They're in that building and they need to follow that mission, and you need to kill or save someone or not kill or whatever, and you do the mission, you go back to your main hub, and you move on with your merry life. It's the exact same thing with Satellite Rain. It's a strategy, real-time, apparently. Not turn-based, but it is, like Shadowrunner, where instead of being thrown into a mission, you actually are thrown into an entire city, and you do the missions within that city. And instead of turn-based, you just move on, and you can either go around killing, or you can stealth the entire time. If you get caught, it doesn't really matter, because it's more like of a star system where you have an X amount of warnings. So you have, your level 1, your level 2, it goes all the way up to level 4. So obviously, the more warnings you have, the more the people will come by, and the cops will come by and get you, I guess you can say. I found the game extremely fun. So instead of being turn-based, you're just thrown into a city, and you can do whatever it is you want in that city. You can hack databases, hack ATMs in order to get money. You can do research in order to get better equipment / weapons. You can also, in case your partner ends up dying, you can find new bodies, so you can actually spawn your heroes with different bodies. So I guess you can say some will become more stealthier, some will become snipers, kind of thing. You could also make them into cops. You just have to basically, this game is dealt in obviously in the future where cybernetics is huge, I guess you can say. So even though they're people, they have a lot of robotic things in them. I found the game extremely fun. I love just going in stealthy in order to go and steal equipment, steal money, or go and kill someone. Some of the missions were a little bit hard, but not too bad after understanding what it is you have to do. But because there were just so many cops, and the mere fact that it was probably because I wasn't really paying attention to getting better weapons, I ended up having a little bit more trouble than usual. But I will say at the very end, without any spoilers, that the last mission was just a little bit too much. It took me probably like 8 hours plus just to beat one mission, versus the entire game, where the entire game took me 37 hours to beat, which were all well worth it. I enjoy the game very much, so even though I had as much trouble at the very end, it was still very enjoyable. So again, without too much spoiler at all, the last mission was just a little bit too much, even though I understood what it is I was doing. Other than that, would I suggest buying this game? I sure as hell would, if you like strategy turn-based game without the turn-based in it. At first, I was reading everything just to see and understand, obviously, what the storyline was, but like halfway into the game, it was just so much text when it came to missions that I just got a little bit overwhelmed, I guess you can say. Like, I can withstand reading if I have to, obviously, but when it comes to reading so much, when it comes to like giving you paragraphs, or updates on the other missions or the current mission that you've already done, it just becomes way too much. So at a certain point I was like, okay, my guess is I'm gonna have to go into this building to steal something, to steal blueprints, or hack a database, or I'm gonna have to go in there to fish out a guy that I'm gonna have to kill or save. So I was like, okay, I already know what I'm doing. I'll just read like the very first couple of sentences and move on, because I already know what it is I'm doing. So yeah, when it comes to lore, there was just so much of it that I got a little bit flustered by it, but you know, not too many negatives whatsoever. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick ass review. I would suggest buying it if you ever get a chance. It will take you quite some time to beat it, so if you think this is going to be a fast-paced game, it's certainly not going to be. But obviously a stealthy game usually consists of being stealthy and taking your time, and yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back in the next one, and take care. Peace.